Very good morning, students. Yes, this is your English teacher. How are you all? Hope you are all fine. Yes, I'm also fine. So, we have completed first 25% portions. You know very well. That is the entire unit 1, and also we have completed a prose from unit 2. Let me sum up what are the things we have covered previously. From unit 1, we have covered the first prose, Two Gentlemen of Verona, then the poetry, The Castle, and another supplementary reader, that is God Sees the Truth but Waits. And apart from that, one prose also we have seen, that is from unit 2. What's the title? Yeah, very good. That is a nice cup of tea. A nice cup of tea. So, apart from these areas, we have covered some grammar topics also. They are tenses and reported speech, you know very well, and some vocabularies, then writing skills. These are the things we have seen in first 25% portions. Yes, very good. And the second 25% portions, we are going to initiate it today onwards. Yes, in the 25%, second 25% portions, the first class, you are going to start our next poetry, next poem, uh, our Casuarina tree, our Casuarina tree. Before I start the poem, let me give a short introduction to the poetess Torudutt, Torudutt, Torudutt. Dutt, Dutt, Dutt is her family name. Clear? Dutt is their family name, and Toro is the poetess name. Clear? Toro is the poetess name, and if you have the text, clear students? If you have the text, you can turn to the page number 54. There you have the author introduction. Clear? See in this page number 54. Here you have the author introduction. Let me teach. Better you can have your text. See, she was born in the year 1856. 1856 he was born and died in 1877. She was born in 1856 and died in 1877. You can calculate the years, how long the poet had been living. Just 21 years. Yes, it's a pathetic one. At the age of 21, she has left the world. And she was a Bengali poet. Yes, she was a Bengali poet. And her family members, they were well educated. Clear? Her family members, they were well educated. And she has been given her education at her home. She has been given education at her home. Some tutors were arranged for her education, and exclusively this poem, okay, our Casuarina tree. Clear? It is taken from Ancient Ballads and Legends of Hindustan. It was published in 1882. You can have this name in the author's biography. Ancient Ballads and Legends of Hindustan, which was published in 1882. And another important works of Torudutt, Sheep Gleaned in French Fields. Sheep Gleaned in a French Fields, which was published in 1875. And this poem, our Casuarina tree, which was very, 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 very beautiful poem. Such a fantastic poem she has written. And she was very well in English and French. She was good in English and French language. Clear? And most probably, though she was living with some European culture, European lifestyle, but she is much fond of Indian culture. She didn't give up her Indian culture. And these are all enough. You can include these points whenever you are writing your essay or paragraph. In the introduction area, you can write about the author, the poetess Torudat. And let me start the poem, Our Casuarina Tree. Our Casuarina Tree, a beautiful poem, a fantastic poem in literature. After a long time, I have a chance to teach poetry also. Listen. If you have the text, kindly turn to page number 52. Kindly turn to page number 52. In this page, you are given some beautiful pictures. You are given some beautiful pictures. There you can see. And before I could start this poem, let me give some few ideas, few concepts regarding the poetry. What do you think about poem? What do you know about poem? Poem or poetry, it is a genre in writing literature. It is a genre of literature. Clear? Here, the poet or the poetess or the author can have their concept. They have to imagine and they have to write their lines with a beautiful rhyming scheme, and they have to use some poetic devices, some poetic forms, some figures of speech they have to use in their poetry. And they can write the poems by line. In that line, they can have some rhyming scheme or a poetic device, and they can use a poetic form also. Yes, this poem, Our Casuarina Tree, this is a form of ode, O-D-E. This is a form of ode, O-D-E. Ode means addressing something. A-D-D-R-E-S-S-I-N-G. Ode means what? Addressing something. Clear? So in this poetry, the poet told us who was addressing the tree Casuarina. The tree Casuarina. So in this entire poem, she is describing and she is giving some valuable points regarding the tree. Clear? So this is what a form of ode. So addressing the tree. And in this poem, the poet has registered her autobiographical elements. Autobiographical elements in the sense that the poet can write or can register his personal experience directly or indirectly. Directly in the sense that the poet can speak directly in the poem. Otherwise, through some other characters, the poet can speak his or her personal experience through some other characters. Yes. Clear? See the title, Our Casuarina Tree. Clear? What's it? Our Casuarina Tree. In the title itself, the poet clearly told about the poem, how it is. Clear? Our Casuarina Tree. She didn't write the title as My Casuarina Tree. Clear? She did not write the poem as My Casuarina Tree. Instead, she has used the word our, the sense that including the poet as well as her friends and siblings, that is brothers and sisters, everybody. It is common. That's the special on the poem. Clear? That is the special. That's a special on the poem. That's a special in the poem. That's a special on the tree. Our Casuarina Tree. Clear? And in writing poetry, there are two types of poetry can be written. One is subjective poetry. Another one is an objective poetry. Clear? Subjective poetry and objective poetry. Subjective poetry, which means that the writer, the poet, can register his or her personal experience. His or her personal experience. Objective poetry in the sense that the poet or the author can write the other experience. That's that the sense that he can write or she can write about the nature, about life, or about something. Okay. But whenever it is written about the poet or the writer's personal, that is what subjective poetry. Yes, according to this point, our Casuarina tree comes under subjective poetry. Subjective, subjective poetry. And also in this poem, the poet has registered her personal experience through some other characters. Other characters, then she has taken uh, natural objects, tree and birds, clear, and a monkey, that's a beast, animals. She has used these categories to express her personal experience. And also, this poetry has theme of nostalgia. Nostalgia, which means nostalgia means the poet can register his or her childhood experience. Childhood experience we never forget. Am I right, students? Yes, we do not forget our childhood experience. Whenever we go for our past tense, for an example, if I remember my school days, when I was at my first standard, see, immediately my first standard teacher has come into my mind. Mrs. Aranganayaki, I never forget her. I never forget Mrs. Aranganayaki. And my classroom, I never forgot. The place where we were sitting, and the blackboard, which I used to write the date. Every day I update the blackboard by writing the date and the roll numbers, number of student present, number of student absent. We were being given education at Tamil medium, so that we used to write in Tamil words on the blackboard. Those experiences we never forget. Yes, you think, if you think about your school days, do you remember your first standard class teacher or fifth standard class teacher, or the classroom, the desk where you have sit? If you think your childhood memories, automatically the happiness comes. Automatically the happiness comes. So in this poetry, the poet speaks about her childhood memories, so that she writes this poem with full and full happiness. Clear? So if you can think about your childhood memories, instead of going to school, you can think about your grandmother, grandparents' home. You can think about your village where you have been living for some years in your childhood. And if you cross the road, if you cross a tree, for in my life, there is a neem tree in our village. There was a neem tree in our village. Nowadays it's no more, since the highways has been expanded. The neem tree was cut. uh, the neem tree has sacrificed its life to the people. Yes, we were swinging in that neem tree, and we were enjoying, myself, my brother and my friends, those who were surrounding the tree, and we were swinging. And we used to play some other games also. But nowadays we do not have the tree, but we still have the memory. Clear? We still have the memory. This is what registered in this poem, our Casuarina tree. The poet has registered her memories. She has recollected her memories. Clear? She has recollected her memories and registered in this poem. That is the name, our Casuarina tree. Clear? Our Casuarina tree. Already I told you, she didn't write my Casuarina tree, whereas she has written in the title our Casuarina tree, so that in the title itself we can easily understand that the poet speaks her personal experience. The poet speaks her childhood memories, so that will be taken towards her childhood age, and we'll be seeing her memories, and we will be seeing the tree, the Casuarina tree, and everything in this poem. I think in this introduction, you might have understood about the poet and what will be discussed in this poem, and what are the points we'll be discussing, and what is a poetry, what is subjective poetry, what is an autobiographical element, and what is a nostalgia. These are the concepts were discussed in this poem. And now let me teach the poem first. Okay. And one more important point, if you read the poem, you can easily identify such a beautiful rhyming scheme the poet has used. See, this poetry has 5 paragraphs. This poetry has 5 paragraphs. See here, paragraph number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Clear? Yes? Paragraph number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 paragraphs the poet has written in this poet. And what is the beautiful thing, beautiful idea, beautiful concepts he has, beautiful rhyming schemes he has used. See, 5 paragraphs, each paragraph contains 11 lines. Clear? Each paragraphs contain 11 lines. See, the first paragraph, first sound D, that is the first sound can be marked as A, B, A. See, a paragraph has 11 lines, each paragraph has 11 lines, and how she has used the rhyming scheme for the first 4 lines, in each paragraph, A, B, A. Clear? A, B, A, and the next 4 lines, C, D, C, and the remaining 3 lines, same line, E, A, B, C. Clear? A, B, A. Next 4 lines, C, D, C. Next 3 lines, E. This is the pattern was followed for the all 5 paragraphs. Such a beautiful rhyme scheme she has used. You can check it. You can clearly check it. I can show that. See, the first sound, like first line, like a huge python winding round and round. See the first sound, ind. The rugged trunk indented deep with scars is up to its very summit near the stars is a creeper climbs in whose embraces bound. See, round, bound. First line, fourth line, and second line, scarce stars. Second line, third line. See, first 4 lines followed with A, B, A. Next 4 lines, gallantly, E and B. Gallantly, E, B. Hung among. Last 3 lines, overflows is, close is, response is. If you see the next 4 paragraphs, the same pattern is followed. Okay, such a beautiful rhyming scheme the poet has used. Very good. So I have given some important points and introduction about the poem itself. Now let me teach what are the points have been discussed in this poetry. Clear? See the first line, like a huge python winding round and round, the rugged trunk indented deep with scars, up to its very summit, near the stars, a creeper climbs, in whose embraces bound, see the word embraces bound, No other tree could live. No other tree could live. See, let me explain these lines. See, the fourth line, first word, a creeper climbs. The fourth line, first word, a creeper climbs. You have to use this word, a creeper climbs, up to the first line. You have to join this, a creeper climbs, the phrase with the first, okay, the sentence with the first. A creeper climbs, that's a sentence. Yes, subject verb is there. See, a creeper climbs like a huge python. See, the first line itself, see, started with a like. Like, yes, what's the figure of speech is? Yes, simile. What's it? Simile. Like a huge python, winding round and round. Winding round and round. A creeper climbs like. How? This is a Casuarina tree. In that tree, how the climbs were, the creepers were climbing like a python, like a huge python. Python, you know very well. What's it? A kind of a snake, a huge snake, a big snake, huge and big snake. It's climbing like a creeper, winding round and round. And the rugged trunk means the base of a tree. The rugged trunk means what? The base of a tree, indented deep with scars. Scars, you know, wound. Scars, you know, which means wound. Whenever we used to do some cutting works on the wooden part, it has some scars. Like, because of this creeper, clear, because of this creeper, how it is climbing? It is climbing like a huge python, because of its tight creeping. Clear, because of its tight creeping, the tree has some scars. Okay, the creeper has made some scars, that is wound. Okay, some scars on the tree. That's the scars are deep. In the deep and scars. Why it is happening? Do you remember? Can anybody answer? Why the scars are there on the tree? Why the scars are there on the tree? Because, yes, very good. Because of this creeper. Because of this creeper. Okay, it embraces. The creeper embraces bound. No other tree could live. This is much more important. Here we have to give our more concentration. Listen very deeply. No other tree could live. No other tree could live, in the sense that, see, whenever a creeper from the base of the tree, okay, whenever a creep from the base of a tree, it's rounding the tree by tightly, so that the creeper has taken all the energy from the tree. Clear? This is what the sign says. Whenever a creeper climbs the tree very tightly. Clear? Whenever a creeper climbs the tree very tightly, the creeper sucks the full energy from the tree, so that the tree could not live. Why? Because the creeper has taken all the energy, so that the creeper can live, but the tree may fall down. Clear? Understood the point? Very good. But see, no other tree could live. If it is another tree, see here the poet speaks about Casuarina tree. If it is another tree, the tree will die. The tree could die. But here it is a Casuarina tree, so that it is standing. Still it's standing, still it's living. Clear the point? Why the poet used the word no other tree could live? Because the creeper rounds the tree tightly, so that the creeper sucks the energy from the tree. If it is in the another tree, the other tree can die, because all the energy from the tree was sucked by the creeper. But here in a cassia tree, still it is living. That's why the poet used the next word, but gallantly. See the word gallantly, gallantly, gigantically, majestically, like a king. Okay, the giant wears the scarf. Scarf in our country, in our state, often we used to welcome uh, our guest or chief guest by wearing some scarves. You know, yes, like that. A giant, a monster. Giant means was a monster, huh? A huge. Uh, yes, a giant wears the scarf and flowers are hung. What are the flowers on the tree? See, in this first stanza, the poet clearly describes the tree, how it looks like, how it is the tree. See, how is the tree? It is a long and huge tree. How it is? It is a very summit to the near the stars. How long it is? It is very long, and a creeper climbs it. And how the creeper climbs? Like a huge python. And because of the creeper, there are some scars. There are some scars. That is, wound on the tree. And though it has some scars, but it is straight up to its very summit. Summit means what? Top. Summit means what? Top. Near the star. That much of height the tree is. And because of the creeper, the tree has still it is living. But gallantly the giant wears. The giant, again the word is used to refer the tree. Giant means here the word refers the tree again. Wears the scarf. What are the scarf? The flowers. The flowers are in which color? Crimson colors. Red and black color. Red and black color. All the boughs among, whereon all day are gathered bird and bee. See, we know in our village, if there are some trees, automatically some birds and bees are there, are staying at the tree in their nest. Likewise, in cassia tree also there are many birds and bees. And oft, OFT oft means often. OFT oft means what? Often. And often at nights. Often at nights. See, during the night time, the garden overflows. See the word overflows. Overflows without breaking. Clear? Without stop. The nights, during the night time, the tree or the garden which is overflowing with one sweet song. How the song comes in the garden during night time? Because of birds. In literature, a bird, which bird sings sweetly? Yes, it's a nightingale. Clear? It's nightingale. 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 Clear? Nightingale. The bird nightingale which sings sweetly. Okay. I would like to quote some few points regarding nightingale. The bird which sings sorrow songs. Clear? The bird which sings sorrow songs or sad songs. But it is sweet to us. Yes, whenever you are giving or listening sorrow songs or painful song, it is pure to our heart. And it is sweet to our heart. With one sweet song that seems to have no close. No close in the sense that there is no ending. There is no ending. That's why I told you that there is no break in that poem, in that song. Sung darkling from our tree. See, no close. Sung darkling from our tree while men repose. Repose means taking rest. Repose means what? Taking rest. During the night time, what we will do? We will be sleeping. Yes, the men are sleeping. But in the garden, the birds are swinging. The birds are singing. So that the entire garden was overflowing. Overflowing means, without breaking the entire garden. If you enter into the garden, in all sides, if you turn this side or that, wherever you see, you will be hearing the beautiful song of the birds, nightingale. See, this is what the first paragraph. Clear? In this first paragraph, the poet clearly describes the tree, how it stands, and the height of the tree, and what is climbing, the creeper, how it's climbing like a huge python, rounding and rounding, and also because of the creeper, the tree has some scars on it. Though it has some scars, it stands up to the summit, that is the top of, which is near to the stars, and no other tree could live like our Casuarina. And how it is standing? It stands like a gallantly look. It's a majestic look. It is a majestic look. It's a gigantic way. Like a giant, it's wearing a scarf of some flowers. The flowers in which color? Crimson clusters. That is a red and black color. And in that tree, so many birds and bees are there. And during night time, the birds are singing beautiful songs. So that the entire garden was overflowing with the beautiful sound. Okay, the song does not have any end. But during night time, what it happens? The men are sleeping, but the garden is completely overflowing with the beautiful song. The song is sung by the birds. The birds are called nightingale bird. This is what the first stanza. Do you have any doubt? Now we move to the second stanza. When first my casement is wide open thrown. See, in the first stanza, the poetess have given the description about the tree, and it was during night time. Clear? It was during night time. Now the second stanza, it is in the morning, early morning. See, it is such a beautiful way what was happening in the night time and what will be happening in the morning. Such a beautiful connection between the first stanza and the second stanza. Clear? You should understand. You should enjoy the poetry. See the link between stanza 1 and stanza 2. This is what till now Torodat is spoken. Okay. When first my casement, window. Window in the sense, see here the poet might have used the word window. Instead he used casement. Casement means the wooden window. In the back side it is like a door. If you open, it is like a door. That is why the word is there. When my first casement is wide open through at dawn. See the word dawn. D-A-W-N. Dawn means early morning. When first my casement, here my refers to the poet. Okay, here the word my refers to the poet, my casement, the poet's window. When she opens the window, it is wide open. Completely the window is open at dawn, early morning. In the early morning, when she opens the window, my eyes, again the word refers to the poet. My eyes, here whose eyes? The poet's eyes, delighted, happiness. Okay. See, whenever we people are waking up in the morning time, early morning, are we happy? Are we happy? Though we have some trees, though we have some beautiful sceneries surround our around our area, are we happy? No. Why? Because we people are not known how to enjoy the nature. So that we should live with the nature. It is often instructed by the writers that we should not only the writers, those who are living with the nature, that is farmers, they are enjoying. Yes, at dawn my eyes delighted on it rest. So when the poet opens her window at early morning, through the window she is seeing the tree, then she has happiness. Sometimes and most in winter. See the next, the third line says registered that it's a winter season. Clear, it's a winter season. Sometimes and most in winter on its crest, boughs, branches of the tree. Okay, during the winter season, what is happening? A grey baboon monkeys, monkeys, a monkey which does not have a tail. Okay, a monkey which does not have a tail. So during winter season, whenever she opens the window, she could see there is a grey color baboon on the tree. How it is sitting? It was sitting like a statue. Statue, you know very well. A grey baboon sits like a statue. See here again the poet has used one more simile. Alone. See the grey baboon which was sitting on the top of the tree alone, lonely, without any friends or without any other baboons. It was sitting alone watching the sunrise. See what a monkey it is, huh? It was watching the sunrise, the beautiful scenery. Nowadays we people are going, if we want to enjoy the beautiful sunrise, we have to go to Kanyakumari so that we can enjoy this beautiful sunrise. But what's happening in the poet's case? Even the monkey which was sitting on the tree, it is enjoying and the beautiful sunrise. Clear? See the link, how the nature with animals. The animals are enjoying nature, but we people forget to live with nature. Clear? Watching the sunrise while on lower boughs in the lower branches. In the upper branch, a grey color baboon sitting and it was enjoying the beautiful sunrise. And in the lower boughs, lower branches, his puny, his it refers to the monkey, grey color baboon. His refers to the grey color baboon. And puny means P-U-N-Y. Puny means its siblings, its kids. Offspring leap about and play. In the lower branches, lower boughs, the grey color baboon's kids, the siblings were playing. See, this is the link. Where this is the place where the poetess registered her autobiographical element. How? Because in her olden days, in her childhood days, these people, that is the poetess and her friends, they were playing under the tree. Clear? They were playing under the tree. And see, now the tree has a baboon and its siblings. They were playing. So that this scene has an autobiographical element of the poet. This scene describes the autobiographical element of the poet. Okay. His funny offspring leap about and play, and far and near, near the branches. What were there? Kokilas, the bird. Kokilas, the bird. We can call, yes, Kokilas, quail. Hail the day. Hail means welcoming. H-A-I-L. Hail means what? Welcome. Kokilas welcome the day. And to their pasture went our sleepy cows. Cows, the early morning, the cows were moving. The cows are moving for its food. And to their pasture went our sleepy cows. You know, wind, W-N-D. Wind means, see, strolling, that is moving. And in the shadow on the broad tank cast by that whole tree, there is a tank. Okay, there is a tank. Hoar means, see, white frost deposit on the tree. White frost, you know, frost, dewdrops. Frost, dewdrops, snowing. Says already the poet says it is a winter season, So because of winter season, all, and one more thing, that the tree is some too huge tree, and because of winter, so many snowings were there on the tree, so that it looks like a water flows. Okay, and in the shadow on the broad tank cast by the whole tree, so beautiful and vast. Vast means big. The water lilies spring like a snow amassed. Amassed means massed. Enhanced. Enhanced means what? Amazed. Okay, amazed. So in the second stanza, second paragraph, the poetess describes what are the things, what are the animals, and what are the birds, and what are things are there on the tree. In the first paragraph, the poet describes the appearance of the tree, describes the tree how it is there. In the second paragraph, she describes the tree with its animals. What are there? I repeat the second paragraph. When she opens the window in the morning time, she could enjoy the beautiful scenery of the winter season, and also she has some happiness in her eyes, and a grey color baboon which was on the top of the tree, and which was enjoying the sunrise, and under the branches below the baboon, its siblings were enjoying playing. And I told you here the poet links her autobiographical element, and some birds, kokilas are there. What is the work of a kokila? It is welcoming the day, and water drops are there, and water tank. It is used to say that a tank cast, and hoar tree. Hoar tree means what? Hoar means white frost deposits on the tree, because it's a winter season, so that white is snowing, snowing, which were on the tree. So this beautiful scene which gives an amazement to her eyes. This is what in the second paragraph. This is what in the second paragraph. Let me move to the third paragraph. But not because of its magnificence. Okay, magnificence. Magnificence, gigantic. Okay, look like a king. But not because of, see the word, not because of magnificent, but not because of its magnificence. Dear is the Casuarina to my soul, beneath if it we have played. See, what's the reason? She is saying that why the tree is very close to her soul. Okay, she is telling that the tree Casuarina, which is very close to her soul. Soul, that is her heart. Very close to her heart, very close to her soul. Why? The reason is that it is not of its magnificent look. It is not of its gigantic look, but because of beneath the tree they have played. That is the reason the tree is very close to her soul. Clear the point? You should clearly understand that the tree is very close to her soul, the poet's soul, because the reason is, what's the real reason? The real reason is, under the tree they had played. They, in the sense, including her friends, including her siblings, friends, brothers, everybody. Okay, this is the reason. But what is not, it is not of the magnificent look, a gigantic look, a giant look. That is not the reason why the tree is very close to her heart. Why? What's the real reason? Under the tree they were enjoying. See, the tree connects those people. Clear? See, see a beautiful example now. The technology connects us. Clear? The technology, the mobile phone, the internet, which connects us now. Clear? So that the technology is very close to me. Likewise, the tree connects and made a friendship, a bondage with those people, including the poetess. Clear? That's why the tree is very close to her heart. Yes, though years may roll, though years may roll. So, which means that years go and go and go. Oh, sweet companions, see the word, oh, sweet companions. See here, the poet remembers her childhood friends. Loved with love intense, loved with love intense. That much of friendship they had, that much of love they had for your sakes. So here, your refers to the poet's friends, poet's companions. For your sakes, for their friends, the tree shall be ever dear because of your sakes, because of our sakes. Okay, for our sakes, the tree will be very dear, will be very dear forever, forever. Okay, whenever the poet sees the tree, automatically their friends come into her mind. The tree uh, the tree makes the writer to think about their companions where in the olden days. Blent with your images. Blent means mingling. See, whenever the poet sees the tree, automatically their friends image come, the friends images come into her mind. It shall arise in memory. It shall arise in, rise means what? It is there. It is rising in memory till the hot tears blind mine eyes. You know what's the meaning of blind? Blind means you know very well. How she become blind? Because of the tears. The tears blind her eyesight. Okay. The tears blind her eyesight. When the tears come, whenever she thinks about her childhood age, whenever she thinks about the childhood age, automatically their friends and their images catches the poet's mind, so that she is crying. These are the sceneries made by the tree, so that she used the word our casuarina tree. Clear? What is that dirge like murmur that I hear? Murmur, you know, we can hear some murmuring sound. Okay, whenever you speak in front of some people, if somebody is speaking with others, they will speak some lower voice, so that you will be disturbing. Who is the murmuring? Who is murmuring there? Likewise, we will be asking. That's the meaning for murmuring. What is the dirge like murmurer that I hear, like a sea breaking on the shingle beach? Yes, Hingle. Shingle beach means what? You know, bricks, rock beach. How the murmuring sound is like? Whenever the sea water forces on the rocks, what will be the sound? You could imagine the sound. You should hear the sound. It is the tree's lament. Lament. Lament, you know the meaning. In our area, whenever a person in a family, if any death happens, what will the relatives do? The relatives will do express their feelings, will express their sorrows through some songs. Through some songs. Those songs are called in Tamil, you know, Opari. Like that, the sound is coming. Lament means, yes, a sorrowful song. A sorrowful song which is sung on the death of somebody or one who is not now. If you sings a sorrowful song on somebody who is no more now. Clear? Who is no more now. Or somebody may be disappeared, might have lost. Okay, in our village there is a mother who lost her son, but we do not know whether the son is living or not. Okay, this is what disappearance. Still we are searching him. Clear? So that much of painful songs are called as what? Lament. A song sung on others' death, on thinking their happiness. In olden days, it is the tree's lament and your speech. Eerie speech means painful. Okay, eerie speech means what? painful song, painful speech. That's aptly to the unknown land to may reach. See, this is a lament song where it is moving to the unknown place. Okay, wherever the people were, it is moving to the unknown places. The song goes. Clear? So in this third paragraph, the poet clearly describes about her childhood memories, that is the called nostalgic thoughts, nostalgy idea, and also the three laments for their love. So I could stop here. In this class today we have seen the introduction about the author, and I explained the title Our Casuarina Tree, and I have spoken about what is poetry, and here the poet used subjective poetry, and also he has registered her autobiographical element, and I explained three paragraphs, and also I told you the rhyming scheme, the rhyming pattern of this poetry, and three paragraphs were out. The first paragraph the poet describes about the tree and its appearance, and the second stanza it is in the winter stage, winter, and also morning time, what are the things are there on the tree, and the third paragraph the poet describes about her childhood memories. Clear? These are the things we have seen. Remaining two paragraphs we will see in the next class. Thank you all. If you have any doubts you can call me. Otherwise tomorrow evening we have one more test for 10 marks. So before we start the test we have a discussion for 20 minutes. In that 20 minutes if you have any doubt you can come and ask your and clear your doubts. Okay, thank you all. See you. Stay home, be safe. Thank you.